Hello and welcome back to Union and Disillusion. I'm excited because this is completely new to me. I already did a setup, and that also meant I had to make some choices during the setup. But yeah, um, you can see already see there's 3 resources on here, but that's actually a lie. There's actually only 1 resource on here. The only reason I put a 3 because I use less 3s than I do with singles, and that reminds me I need to give resources out. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this one. If recording's alright. Alright.
Scenario 6 Union and Disillusion. The unvisited isle lies in the midst of the Miskatonic River, in between 2 of the bridges that span the river and connect the downtown and Rivertown neighborhoods of Arkham. Overgrown with vines, thorns, and unnatural underbrush, the island is home to no residents and very few fauna. Rows of mysterious stone pillars stand sentry throughout the island, rising high above the treetops. Though many theories abound, none know for sure what purpose those stone pillars serve, or who built them. Very few dare to venture onto the shores of the enigmatic island, and those who do return with strange tales. Bonfires in the woods at the darkest hours of night, stone altars with deep carvings impossible to translate, empty woods devoid of life, save for the stark black ravens and whippoorwills who perch on the tree branches and watch trespassers with eager eyes. Unfortunately for you, the stakes are too high for you to heed these many warnings. The streets of Arkham are emptier and quieter than you have ever seen them before. A familiar gray mist has enveloped the town. The haze grows denser and thicker the closer you get to the river. You move with haste, not wanting to encounter any others on your way to the site of the ritual, whether they be living or dead. You find several rowboats moored by the docks and climb aboard one of them. With the waters unnaturally still and barely any current carrying the boat, rowing toward the island should be a simple endeavor. Even so, the dense fog makes it difficult for you to get your bearings. Soon, you are completely enclosed by the gray mist, unable to see the banks of the river or the coast of the island. Shapes emerge from the fog. Ripples appear on the surface of the water. The gaze of the watcher is upon you. Just then, a pillar of spectral energy ascends into the sky, clear as day even through the haze. The shapes all turn their attention to this beacon, and you sense the watcher's gaze slipping from your soul. The rite has begun. You row faster, using the light to guide you. It is time to decide once and for all why you have come. Are you here to aid the Silver Twilight Lodge, or to disrupt them? This is a point of no return. You will not get the chance to change your mind later. The investigators must decide. Choose one. We have to help complete the Lodge's ritual. Completing the ritual should bind the Spectral Watcher and prevent it from doing any more harm. In your campaign log, record that the investigators sided with the Lodge. Proceed to setup. We have to stop the Lodge's ritual. Disrupting the ritual should release the Spectral Watcher's tether to the mortal realm. In your campaign log, record that the investigators sided with the Coven. Proceed to setup.
So, the Coven has already been kicking our ass how many times already? So, we're gonna disrupt the, we're gonna have to stop the Lodge's ritual. Disrupting the ritual should release the Spectral Watcher's tether to the mortal realm. Alright. So we got that. We did the setup. Did I press the right one? We have to stop the Lodge's ritual. Alright, yep. We have sided with the Coven. Alright. So, now, let's go ahead and get Preston his tarot card. For this one, we have the Chariot, the the right side up. Each investigator begins with 2 additional cards in their hand, which is going to be really good for us. The World. We have the World, the Strength, and Justice again. We're going to go with Strength. Each investigator may play an asset from their hand -2, but it'll only be for Preston. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get his 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And Agnes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oof, I'm a little bit woozy because I basically just got up out of a long nap. The kids and the wife are all out and are all out today, so I was like, oh, I got the home by myself today, so I slept in like for a long time. And I was like, okay, let's record real quick before we do anything. Alright, so first things first. Oh, that's really good. Holy shit. Okay, well, we're gonna have to get rid of this. Can definitely do all these. Then get rid of this. And we'll just draw 2 extra cards. That ain't bad at all. Alright, so Preston's good, very good actually. But I didn't get my Gins, which was the item I was trying to get for so long ago. I can't get over that. Alright, so she can have a lot of clues, but not so much. Yeah, let's try to get something to help us fight. We have Meat Cleaver, but Meat Cleaver by itself isn't going to do much. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get Puzzle Box. Ooh, oh, okay. Alright, so also we started with 4 Doom in here because those heretics that left, we didn't get a single one. Make sure we have we get 4 Doom on there. So back into that one where it really hurt us. All right, so we get to play 1 asset for free, or well, for 2. Well, she starts out with the Hierophant, and let's give her, well, because it costs 3. The Heirloom of Hyperborea. I've never started with this and never used it. Basically, every time she plays a spell card, she draws a card. And that's going to be very helpful. Alright. So, and Preston, you are going to take away 1 to get the Mariner's Compass. So, you're going to be really good, actually. Okay. Alright, so, let's go ahead and read the agenda. I gotta remember to start the music. I was like wondering, why is this a little bit off right here? There we go. Let me move this a little up. I was like, and then I forgot the wind wrap. Okay, so the Lovers, 6. You are at a crossroads. Reflect on the choices you have made. You're still confronted with a terrible dilemma. There's 8. But there's only 4 because of it. The Unvisited Isle. The foggy shores of the Unvisited Isle are barren and unwelcome. Not a single grove greets you as you draw closer to the island, save for the judging gaze of ghastly birds that observe you from the trees. In the distance, the pillar of spectral energy is rising into the clouds, a vortex of unworldly mist swirling about it. We need 6 clues. Also, I was about to say something, I can't remember. Oh yeah. There's a lot of different acts in here, like, well, not only on here, but also, like, there's a whole bunch of different acts that you can replace in here, depending on the choices you made. At least 4 different choices will have 4 different paths. So, our path is that we're who were in the lodge, but we betrayed them, so that we get that. There was also one where we're in the lodge and we gave them all the stuff to have Carl trust us, and we'd be part of the inner circle, but we're not, so I wanted to keep my mementos. Okay, I think first things first, let's go ahead and read the Miskatonic River. Your boat sways gently across the current rippling of the water. The river is deep and dark, and you have to find yourself suddenly wondering how many bodies might lie forgotten along the riverbed, never to be seen again. You take a rowboat leaving the shore of the Miskatonic River, leaving the mysterious island behind. That's if we resign. Just like, nope, we're out. Despite the urgency of your task, you find yourself rolling as quickly as you're trying to avoid disrupting the river. 5 shroud, but no clues. Alright. So we have a little bit dilemma. We gotta go do this fast. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna play Tempt Fate. We're gonna play with Preston, and that's not the. Here we go. And that's 0. Basically, you're gonna draw a card. Fire Axe, that'll be helpful. Just draw 3. We get to put 3 blessings and 3 curses in. But then I'm going to play Favor of the Sun. Cost 2. To put all these sealed on here. And we're going to play Favor of the Moon. That puts these 3 on here. That one did not cost me any action. Alright. So, for our first action, we're going to move down. And this means the brazier is lit, which we don't want it lit because we're going against the lodge. As you land on the shore of the island, a flock of birds chatter from the treetops, admonishing you for your trespass. You intrude nonetheless, ignoring many warnings and indicators that you should turn away. There's 2 clues. Test will or book 3 to find the brazier in the woodland trail. If you succeed, you may light or unlight. Alright, so I could try to unlight it. Did I keep her any of the clues gathering? No, I didn't. That's fine. Alright, so I could probably do both. Actually, I could do both because of Favor of the Sun. So that's what we're going to do. Test Wolf. So we're going to have to test our 3. So we're going to try to do the circle to turn off this brazier. And the mist blocks the way. We can't do anything until the brazier is... You can't enter these 2 locations unless this one is unlit. So we're going to unlit like this one. And then we're going to test... so we're going to pay 2. To be at 4. Actually, no. We're not going to do that. So we're down by 2. We're going to use Favor of the Sun. So we'll be up by 0. And we're going to use Ancient Covenant so we don't grab another one. So, bam. Brazier is done. And then we're going to go ahead and explore by paying off, well, it has to be this one so we get both of them. Pay off those 2. And we're at 4 and 7, so we're up by 4. And we get Squid, -3. If this skill is during a circle action, you fail and resolve each haunted ability. Nope. It's during an investigation action, and we get it. Get the 2 clues. Alright. Preston's done. Oh, Agnes is the leader, and I forgot to turn on the music. Okay. Alright, Agnes. So the biggest thing for Agnes and Preston is that we didn't really have any way to soak. We're going to change that right now. Put out Peter Sylvester. So she can now... This Peter Sylvester's just really good card. And I didn't want to put it in Agnes because I felt like I wanted to be a little different, but at this point, let's keep her. Basically, he can heal 1 horror from Peter, so he'll can take horror, then heal it. Then we're going to spend our last one, our last resource, to put alchemical transmutation out, and because of Hyperborea, we get to draw a card. Alright. Now, we are going to go ahead and test. There's 3 charges on here, so we're going to use 1 for our last action to test. So we're at 6 because Peter gives us 1 additional one. So we're up by 5, and we get 0. So we get 3 resources from that because it's maximum of 3. Sweet. Alright, so that's the end of her turn. She draws a card. Uncage the Soul. That's not a spell. And Preston, you get Keeping Faith. So we get 1/1. Alright. So, 1 Doom. Agnes is leader, you go first. Obscure and Fog. Test your location. Sweet. That's not going to do anything to us. Preston, Ancient Evils. Alright. Preston. Or should we have Agnes go first? She can use Puzzle Box to actually unlet it for free, so that's pretty good. So this gets back up. The biggest thing, I want her to have her Meat Cleaver and Painkillers out ASAP. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend all our clues, and these will be 2 actions. Put Painkillers and Meat Cleaver out. Painkillers we have 3 supplies for. That basically turn us into this, into Horror, which we put in Sylvester, who will heal it. And she's going to move 1. Alright. So, Preston. We have 2 places that we can go. And this just goes up to 4. Let's move down to this version. The Decayed Willow. Test will plus fight to find the brazier inside the decaying creature. If you succeed, you may light or unlight. Oh, that's a lot of clues. There's a victory on here too. So, we have 2 actions. It's 9. Okay. Alright, what do we want to do? We can try to blaze it. So what would that be? So it's doing our fight plus our will. If we do all our will, how much will we have? Well, I think the biggest thing is we can get these 2 clues, because we can only get 2 clues a turn with the Mariner's Compass. So I think we do that. So if I grab one of these, that would not be enough. So we're just going to spend 4, or it has to be on here because we can't have anything, to increase our will by 4 to 7. So we're up by 3. That's already pretty damn good. Yeah. And we get a skull. Oh, it's not a circle activation. Thank good we didn't. So we get 2 clues. We have 1 left, 1 action left. And that's the thing, I don't think we're going to get anything. I do not want to discard a card, but we'll do this to get Fire Axe out just in case if we need to fight anything soon. Alright, so it's now Agnes's turn. No, we put all our items out, so she's already done. Is she? This is the next turn. So, oh my god, I'm all out of it today. So, that's why I should put it on 6. I basically equipped her, then I moved her down here. I gave her Peter an alchemical. Then this turn I gave her painkillers and meat cleaver to use. Now our first action, I got these 2 out. And I got these 2 up. I'm gonna assume we didn't. That we did do her second one already. Because I'm so confused. I'm like, okay, I put these 2 up, but what else did I do? I don't remember. Alright, so we'll just say that she already passed. Alright, she gets 1 resource. Agnes, you get Mind's Eye, that'll be very helpful. Preston, you get Intel Report, that'll be very helpful too. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, Agnes, you get a Whippoorwill. Man, these things are annoying, but that's fine. I can deal with it. I already have my ways. Preston, you get a Spectral Raven. Alert, Hunter, and Retaliates. So it'll be right here. Let's go 2, 2. You must either resolve each after it's engaged, which it is. You must either resolve each haunted ability on your location or gets +2 fight or +2 evade. Choose and discard 1 card from my hand. That's not actually so bad. I'll get rid of Take Heart. Alright. That's not a bad turn. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go with Agnes first. So we'll do a free action of the painkillers, which heals 1 damage, but adds 1 horror, which we'll put on Peter, because he could be able to heal it. And we hit our after one or more horrors placed on Agnes. Well, Peter's technically it's still part of Peter is still her card, so you still put it on her. It's not just her card. Deal 1 damage to an enemy location, but I have to find that out later. I'm pretty sure Agnes is all cards. So we'll kill the Whippoorwill, because he only has 1 health. And that didn't even cost an action. Now, she's going to move down here for 1 action. So she's at 2. Let me put down the 3, so I don't forget that. Plus Will, plus Buck. And there's 4 clues on here. Ah! There goes one of my clues. I'll find it later. The stand-in stones. Until the end of the round, increase the difficulty of each test. Well, here we're going to do this. We're going to use one of our actions to put down the puzzle box. And unlike the brazier, and oof. Unlike the brazier, exhaust the spectral deal group once per game. So we can only do it once. Do I want to try to see if I can, instead of playing the puzzle box, should I see if I can Now here's the thing, I was thinking about if I put this in and I use this, do my will? I don't think so, because we're already testing our will. So we're at 6, 8, so we're only -2 with the circle. Then I could do this would be -1, and then Beloved would be up by 2. Well, I think the first things first. Let's go ahead. You know what? We'll test our alchemical transmutation first for 1 action. I have an idea. So we're up by 5. 0. Sweet. So we have get 3 resources. And we'll play Uncage the Soul and Mind's Eye for 1 resource to put in the Mind's Eye, which we can because we have the Hierophant. The thing is, this also takes up 1, so we're actually full. We have 3 on here, and that takes 1 action. And because we played a card, get 1, we get a guard with this. And that's not a spell, that's a spirit, so it would cost 2. So we moved. We killed the Whippoorwill, but that didn't cost an action, so we moved. Getting the source, and then we played this. Alright, so that's all our actions left. Alright, Preston. Actually, I don't actually have to get rid of my Take Heart for this, now that I think about it. I could have just small favoring, just kill that Spectral Raven. How much would it cost us? So, he's at 2. We'll be up by 1, so we need to pay at least 2. Fire Axe. Two Fire Axe. And let's see. Fire Axe gives us +2, +4, so we're up by 3. Skull, -2. It's not a circle action, so Spectral Raven's dead. That's 1 action. Okay, so let's see. What if we... No, we're probably not going to be able to do that. But instead, until report, that would be somewhat helpful, but not right now. We get those last 2 clues. Or do I get for the circle? So I will only have... I can only increase this up by 1. Be 3. In favor of this... So I'll only up to 3. Oh, I'll be at 4. We're at -5. Yeah, there's no way we can unlight it. We'll be at -4. No, okay. My head's all over the damn place. So, we use Streetwise with this. That will give us 4. And this will give us 5. This will give us 7. We'll be down by 2. And then I could use this, and we could actually get these clues. I think that's what's best to do. So, or a small favor. Actually, yeah, we'll do that instead. Alright, so we'll pay. So we're at 4. Plus, then we're going to use small favor. It gives us to 3, so we're at 7. And then for the test, we'll use our Favor of the Sun. And then our Ancient Covenant to be 9/9. Bam, we unlit it. It's been unlit. We have 1 action left. And we're just going to draw a card. Okay. Alright. Now, goes away. That ends. So, 1 action. 1 Preston, you get... Ooh! The Eye of Jinns was exactly what we needed. And she gets Fearless. Sweet. And this goes away. Forgot to heal Peter. Alright, so this goes off. The mist obscures the moon, plunge in the woods into darkness. A flood of birds suddenly scatter from the tree tops. Shuffle the discard pile into the pile. Check the missing persons sections of the campaign log. If at least one investigator was taken by the Watcher, read the following. No one was taken by the Watcher. That's if someone was died by the Watcher from the prologue. For each character who was taken, place one resource on the Spectral Watcher as a stolen soul, even if the Spectral Watcher is currently out of play. Alright, he's not out of play. Until the end of the scenario, the Spectral Watcher gains the following. For each soul installed, blah blah blah. Keep this card next to the agenda as a reminder. Okay, it doesn't matter. So he's currently out of play. As you continue through the woods, you notice the dark mist which has permeated the island starting to drift away from the shoreline, toward the center of the island where the beacon of spectral energy still rises into the sky. 10. We only have 10 turns left. Alright. Agnes, you get another whippoorwill. That's fine. Yeah, whippoorwill's right here. And Preston, obscure and fog. Get a +2 shroud, so that's 6 shroud. Might not get that then. Alright. Well, I could just use intel report. So well, let's go ahead and start with his family inheritance right now. Yeah, I could do intel report and just get these 2 clues and ignore that thing. Then move them over here. You know what? Let's do that first. So we'll pay these 2. Play intel report. Get these last 2. So, and then we'll spend these 6 clues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go ahead. Like this. Oop. You venture deeper and deeper into the overgrown woods. A timed voice in the back of your mind urging you to flee this place and never return. The dark mist becomes so dense you can hardly see anything. You shout out for any of your companions, but there's no response. Just the sway of dying tree branches in the wind, and the thump in your heart pounding in your chest. Each investigator may randomly choose one set aside, unveil it on a plate in front of him or her, and immediately move to that location. Could not be cancelled. Okay, so that's interesting. We just get thrown over here, so she gets right here, and Preston right here. And they're all lit. Shuffle each story card beneath the scenario reference card and deal 1 random to each investigator. Shuffle each story card beneath the story card and deal 1 random to each investigator until all of them. Okay. So we're going to see what happened to our little friends. Alright, Agnes, you get this one. Whippoorwills are still right here. And Preston, you get this one. Okay. Fated souls. The trap set by the Silver Twilight Lodge has drawn the attention by the spectral realm and its inhabitants. One way or another, those who are trapped in the mist will end up here. Each investigator cannot leave the investigation in front of them. Alright. Agnes, you got Valentino's fate. Check the chicken merchant fog section. If Val's disappeared in the mist and you're... Oh, so if he actually disappeared in the mist, he'll be alive. Claimed by the specters. Flipped over this card by the enemy side and spawn at your location. If you're on Vilma's trail, it spawns exhausted and unengaged. Otherwise, it stuns. Okay, so we have some ghosts. So unexhausted, unengaged. And I would think it'd be the same. Yep. And Jerome is over here. He's unengaged as well. We'll just use this one because I only have 1 specter. Okay. Now we need to kill him. And fortunately I'm not ready. 2 cards from my hand. I don't want to discard 2 cards. I can get a +3 or +2. I'll be down by 1. We already used our Ancient Covenant. And these whippoorwills are like, eh. But can they even get to where I'm at? Okay, so where are they connected? Those are all still connected to the Forbidden Shore. Alright. So even though they can't leave, the whippoorwill can still come at them. Let's kind of put them right there. Alright, so there's 2 actions left. I can just grab one and put the Eye of Dinge out to get ready. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take one, and then we're going to go... Oh, it takes a hand slot, doesn't it? And we're supposed to... So there's 4 here. And 4 here. Or 6 here, actually. Oh, the body. Oh, body. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Border. That ain't good. Okay. So. Well, let's not do that then. If it takes up a hand slot. I thought it took up a accessory slot, but oh well, it doesn't matter. We need to get rid of Jerome. I can get 3. Then use my favor, the sun. No. We need Mariner's Compass and we need Fire Axe. We just need to get rid of this Jerome first. I was hoping to use Favor of the Sun, but we're not going to do that. So. Okay, so spend 1 for +2. So we're at 3. We're on -1, and we'll use Favor of the Sun. We're up by 1. And this actually goes away. So this is discarded. And we get 0. Okay. So we deal 2 damage to Jerome. Fortunate thing is, we're not going to be able to do that again. So let's just, do I really want to try to grab a clue? We need to get these clues to get out of here. It's only a shroud of 1. Whew. Yeah. 0 to 0. What's the haunted? Alright, that's not so bad. Alright. Must either place 1 doom on this location or take 1 damage or horror. And horror. Alright, we get +1. Haha. Gain 2 clues. 1, 2. Okay. Agnes, it's your turn. Yours like, what the heck just happened? I'm not too worried about the brazier. I can unlit it automatically with my puzzle box. That's a plus fight and plus thing. The thing is, you're bad at both. Okay. A plus fight and a plus win. But we could use Mind's Eye. But we need to get rid of Valtoro first. I think the first things first is we could play Shrivelin and use Shrivelin. Well, let's use 1. Clean this up. Take 1, put it on Sylvester, and Valtino takes 1 damage. So I could use Meat Cleaver. I can't use it twice though. Let's see. I think we'll spend 3 to put out Shrivelin, but we need to get rid of one of our things. We'll take away Alchemical Transportation. Draw a card. Word of command. That's not bad. Get 4 charges on Shrivelin. That's 2 actions. He has 3 fight. I'm at 6. I'll be up by 3 if I hit him twice with Shrivelin. So we'll do that. We'll hit him with Shrivelin. And we get... Woo! So that's 0. So that does 2 damage to him. And we're going to do it once again. For our last action. Where's the 6? I can never find the 6. And we got a curse token. That's not good. We're only up by 1. And a 0. Alright. Whew. That kills him. So we're done. He's done. Alright. That was last of our actions. Let's put 3. Enemy's turn. He's Whippoorwill's going to the Forbidden Shore. Oh, these can actually go elsewhere too. Oh, okay. They can go to the other visit isle. So we'll just go and follow Agnes. Alright, so this guy, at the end of upkeep, this guy gets back up and he's engaged with Preston. We got rid of 2 cards from our hands, which will do these 2. Let's change them up with a real one. Okay. Our turn. Get 1, 1, 1. She gets Stargazing. Sweet. Preston gets Favor of the Sun. Sweet. Alright. Now. What would happen if it was the other? Out of curiosity. That's just Valentina's cane lie in the mud cracked in half. Yeah, okay. If the Spectre got him, he would be more powerful, but he's not. Alright. So, put 1 Doom on Crossroads. Agnes, Realm of Torment. When your turn begins, resolve each haunted ability on your location. Okay. So she's going to have 1 less. That's fine. And Preston, you get Death Approaches. To any. When you take 1 horror, take 2 additional horror and discard, but I can place it anywhere. We're going to place it on Agnes. Oh, and Peter gets rid of this. Alright. That's not so bad. Now, who should we go first? Agnes or Preston? I think we'll have Preston go first. We just need to hit Jerome 1 more time and he's dead. So he's at 4. So I can get rid of these 2. I'm at 3. I'll be up by 1. No, we're making sure. We're up by 3, I'm pretty sure. So limit 3 times. So that's plus 6, plus 7. Yeah, we're up by 3. And we get... This is skill during its turn. No, it's not. So, bam. Fire axed him. He's dead. Well, we just took care of all those guys. Okay, so how do I want to do this next? I think it's best we get these 2 clues so we can move around. We need the Eye of Jinn out. Definitely. So we're going to add 1 Well, let's put these over here. We're going to add one resource in for one action. Then we'll play Eye of Jinn right here. And this is what I've been working for. Basically, if a Blessed token is revealed, I can ready it. When I initiate skill test, I have a base skill of 5. If a Blessing token shows up, I get to ready Jinn after it. If this token shows up, I may take additional action. That is going to have some fun. That's the end of his turn. Alright, Agnes. First things first, we're going to get rid of painkillers. Oh, we can't heal. Take 1 horror. So exhaust. Then take 1 horror. We don't have to heal anything, so we take 1 horror. When you take 1 or more horror, take 2 additional horrors. And this gets discarded, so she actually took 3, but we're going to put 2 on Peter and 1 on her, which kills the Whippoorwills with her special ability. Whippoorwills. But that didn't even take an action. Oh, I have to do a haunted ability. The next action I have to do takes 2, so I only really have 2 actions, so I can word a command, but I don't really want to. Let's see, can we do that test? Flight and fight. So we're going to change that fight using this. We'll take this 1 action. To a mind's eye, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not 3. 2. 1. Okay, so I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 0 right now. So we're exactly at 0. So we'll play Fearless. We're at +1 and then 11. We're at by 3. And she gets Skull. If it's another one, reveal. Oh crap, baskets. Ah, okay, so we're at 0. We're back at +3. -2 again. Okay. And a +1. That's funny. I think we got rid of all our blessings. I think they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Alright, so we uncook the brazier. We still have 1 action left. And we're just going to go ahead and play Stargazing for our last action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this gets shuffled in here. Well, I need to unlet 2 more, but we still need to get those things. Doubt we're going to get those clues anytime soon. So, this is what we're going to do for our last action. No, that was our last action. So, now we need to do Realm of Torment. So we're up by 3 for Realm of Torment. And that's just, we got it. So, it goes away. Alright. So, she gets Spectral Razor. Sweet. She gets Lone Wolf. That would be helpful. Gets 1, 1. Alright. So, Doom. Agnes, you get Test for Death. For each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. She does no damage. Peter Sylvester heals 1. I keep forgetting to do that. So she's up by 4. And we get -3. So we pass. Preston, eager for death. We'll just throw it over here again. Even though painkillers, we're not going to be using painkillers, we still have to keep it out. Alright. That's not bad at all. Let's do Preston first, because he's going to help us. Oh, shit. Death Approach is also a surge. I didn't realize. So Preston gets... take 2 damage. Okay, that's not good. I could use the Eyes Dinge. If I wanted to. Increases difficulty for each horror on you. So it's at 4. Eye of Dinge will give us... No, we want to keep that. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to fail, so... Skull, yep. It takes 2 damage. Okay. Alright, Preston, let's go to you first, since you have a lot of things to do. First things first, we are going to play Keep Faith, which will put bless tokens in. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're going to spend 2 to put out Favor of the Sun. Now, some tomfoolery time. That did not take any action. First action, we're going to flip this. So we're at a 5 investigate, so we're up by 4. We're going to use Favor of the Sun. So we get to ready it again. We're at +2, and we'll also use Favor of the Moon. We gain 1 additional... When we use Favor of the Moon, we actually gain 1 resource. And we may take an additional action. Bam! And we're up by... Test this by 5. So we're up by 4. Trying to get these clues. And we're at Skull. Sweet. So, get both the clues. And that didn't take a single action. Now, these both are used, so we can't use it. And we're going to use Ancient Coven for it, so we don't have to gather another one. So we'll spend these 4 clues to, like, get rid of this. Long before the Revenant arrives, it rises from the depths of the Miskatonic River, unfazed by the water on the mist. Sensing fear and blood, it glides toward the island with its arms outstretched. Gaze brings dismay, its grasp brings death. Spawn the Spectral Watcher at the Miskatonic River. Shuffle set aside Watcher's Grasp and Watcher's Gaze in the encounter deck. That sucks. Because I just lost my Gaze in Sunlight. And where is the Watcher's Grasp? Here it is. Return the location front to the center to play. Investigators are no longer prevented from leaving their location. Set the set-aside Geist Trap location into play if the investigator sided with the Coven. We did! So, Geist Trap. It's a plus, so it kind of goes like right here. So it looks like... And this all... They all can go down to the Geist Trap. So it's kind of awkward. There. Beyond the Mist, version 3. You're close to the site of binding the ritual. The brazier has already been lit, enabling the trap. You will have to unlight them, each of them, in order to break the circle. During the circle, I'd spend 1 clue, reduce the difficulty by 2. Oh, and the brazier, there should be a brazier on here, I believe. Yep. Already lit. If each unveiled supply is revealed, advance. If each unvisited isle location in play is revealed and the brazier on each of them is unlit, advance. So we need to get these 2. Alright. Preston? So when you get this and this, still Preston's turn. I can reduce it by 2 if we have that, but that's probably not going to work. Okay, so I can increase this. Your base skill for 5 for this test. So we're going to change the base skill of our will to 5. Let's take an action. And this foot to 4. We'll be at 9 if we do that. We all be at -2. Shit. So So I need to get some clues. So we're going to move one action to move down here, which we can. These are all connected, oddly enough. Yeah, this is getting a little crazy, but I can get the general idea how they want this. Alright, so it's one action. We'll do the Eye of Jinn. Be at 5. We've only be down by 2. Only by 2. Let's see. I want to put my lone wolf out because that will definitely be helpful for this. I think we just try our best. So, alright, so, and we get 0. Okay, sweet. We get 2 clues. And this is still down. And we'll play our last action to put lone wolf out. Alright, Agnes, it's your turn. So will and foot. So first action, she's going to move all the way over here, which she can. She might be able to do it by herself. Possibly. She still has the puzzle box, but I want to keep it in case we need to do this brazier for free. Because I have a feeling we might need to do that. Alright, so okay. So what she's at 6, 4, we're at 10. We're at natural 10 for this actually. So we'll only be down by 1. If that's the case, let's do this instead. First action, play word of command. We're going to get the item that gives us 2 clues. Or the other item, I can't remember which. Drawn to the flame, that's a possibility. What's the other one? Read all the signs. That's going to cost us 2. I think we're going to do drawn to the flame. Now that was a spell, so we get to draw a card too. And we get another meat cleaver. Alright. So, move one right here. Bam. Oh, wait, no. We're going to play Drawn to the Flame. We draw and then gather 2 clues. Test 4. If you fail, put into play. That's not bad at all. Let's see. We're up by 2. I can get me cleared be up by 3, but I think we'll be fine. -1. We got it. So we gain 2 clues. And our last action is just going to move over here. Alright. That's everyone's action. He's going to move closer. We need to get both of these things quickly and then leave. I don't think we can all at once. Alright. So he's going to definitely hit us. Peter heals 1 damage. Alright, so 1. Let's get back up. Let's get back up. Let's get back up. Alright, Agnes, you get Beloved. That'll be helpful. And oh, he doesn't have any cards. And Preston, you get Henry Wang. It's not going to be helpful. Alright. So, 1 Doom. Agnes, you get Spectral Raven. Let's see. You must either place 1 Doom in this location, takes 1 damage and 1 horror. So we're going to take 1 damage and 1 horror. And that does 1 damage to the Spectral Raven because of it. And then Preston, you get Shadowhound. Oh, I didn't even know these guys were in here. That's not good. Alright. I think it's best that we have Agnes go. Now this is once per phase. Limit once per phase. So this is the Investigator's phase turn, not the Mythos phase. And we're just going to go ahead and do the circle. Which this is going to attack us for 1 damage and 1 horror. Horror here. Put the damage here, and that kills the Raven. We literally just had to ignore it. So we're going to spend 2 clues to reduce this this brazier by how much? By 2. So it'll be down by 4. So she's at 6. She's at a natural 10. 11 take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7. We are up by 4. I think. Oh, we take 2 additional horror because of death approaches. So, that's fine. If you have no damage, take 1. If you have no horror, take 1. That's both, though. -3, but we unlit the brazier. Alright. Move down here for 1. We're going to use Shrivelin. On this wolf. She's going to get hit no matter what, unfortunately. I can do Spectral Razor. Just kill it outright. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Spend 2. Spectral Razor, because that thing has 3. So it engages automatically to her. And she's at 2, 6, 8. Plus 1. That thing is definitely dead. Alright. That's the last of her actions, but Mr. Spectral Watcher is going to come at us. Unless Preston does some tomfoolery, which I think it's best that we do. Alright. So. He gets... Well, he doesn't get the lone wolf because Agnes is on him. So we can spend 2 clues. So this is only at a 6 now. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Okay, so... We need a beat of 6. If I use Eye of Jinn, we would automatically be... Yeah, we'll do the Eye of Jinn. This is what we'll do. So, I'm at 6 right now. Then we'll play Favor of the Moon and Favor of the Sun, which means I also gain a bonus one right here. And I'll use Ancient Covenant, so we don't have to skip any more. This goes back up, and we get an extra turn. And that basically gets rid of this. We did it! After nearly an hour spent searching through the dense mist, you finally arrive at the site of the Lodge's ritual, only to fight in chaos. Members of the Silver Twilight, each wearing the robes of blue and silver, are in battle with the witches. The ritual is nearly completion. Carl Sanford yells across the clearing, "Bring the Revenant here and end this." Glaring the man, you refuse, so you last show your true colors. I thought you might be the case. The Lodge enforces torn you without hesitation. Reveal the Geist Trap. Spawn one set aside Lodge don't fight enemy at the Geist Trap. 2 if there's 3 more, so there's none. Witcher's Doom on him. Shuffle the remainder set aside Twilight encounter set into the encounter tile along with the encounter discard pile. The what? Silver Twilight Lodge. And this. We're never gonna get that stargazing. It just keeps doing. If Joseph is alive and well, spawn the set aside Joseph's meager enemy at the Great Trap. Cannot play her. Oh, yeah, I should have killed him. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. I like that. Okay, so we should be right here, and we'll use him for that. Blah, blah, blah. We are at the last one, the Broken Right. During the circle spin, we need to kill the Spectral Richer here while the brazier there is unlit. So we need to unlight it and then kill it, which we can use because we have the puzzle box. As long as we unlit it. That's 20. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I didn't even read the rest of this. At the center of the clearing lies the spectral trap. A pillar of ghostly energy swirls about the stone obelisk. Hundreds of phantasmal faces and conglomeration of rotted limbs and flesh intertwine within. A rotten display of death and despair. A silver brazier stands in front of the pillar, a blue flame flickering in the wind. During the cycle answering spin, 1 clue reduces the difficulty by 2, so we can reduce it to 16 if we get these 2 clues. And would 16 help? When you get rid of this neophyte and Joseph. Joseph's an elite, isn't he? Not necessarily. We can kill both of these guys with Agnes, but she's getting pretty close up there. Not necessarily. I keep saying that. Alright. So. And there's clues on here, I bet. Yeah, there is. 2 clues, actually. That's really good. So, if we get 2 clues on there, we could take it down to 12. That will be reasonable. That will be very, very reasonable. This is what we're going to do. So, if I get these 2 clues, he comes. Active, I move. So, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me 3 times. I'll be close to death, but it's possible. I can put Henry Wang and he can actually take some of the blunts of the damage too. I was hoping for some other things, but not getting it. Alright. I already used these 2, didn't I? Yes, I did, so I can't even use these 2. Let's gain these 2 clues right here, because we're going to need it. So, I'll use the Eye of Dinge, set it to 5. Spend these 2. Got 8. Take an action. -1. Got him. Now I can't do it again over here, as much as I would like. So, spend 3 to put out Henry Wang. I could probably just use Henry right now. Just use him. We're gonna use him. I'm gonna he's never good. Basically, I keep drawing. I'm gonna keep drawing tokens until I get a one of these bad signals, and then I drop it. So. I didn't get anything, but that's fine. Auto fail. Alright, so enemy's turn. He's going to move here, and he's going to go right over to Preston. And instead of and he's going to hit 1 on Wang. He's just going to kill Wang. Bye, Wang. You're quite helpful. Alright, so upkeep phase, these goes up. This goes up, up, up. And they don't have Hunter, right? No. Bam. Bam. She gets Paranoia, she loses all her resources. He gets Predestined. It's not going to be helpful too much at all, unfortunately. Alright. So, let's go ahead. One Doom. Agnes, you get test 4. She's up by 2. You're going to do Predestined for her in case she fails. -1, she doesn't fail. I should not have done the Predestined, but oh well. Alright, Preston, you get place 1 Doom on the nearest enemy, then until the end of the round, increase the enemy to fight and parade by 2. So, that's fine for what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and attach this to him. Alright, our turn. And this is going to come in here, so both of them are going to be at her. That's 1 action. Now, how do we want to kill? How do we want to kill? So, oh, this is aloof. This guy is aloof, actually. Really? It would still have aloof? I guess so. It doesn't say, I didn't remember saying anything that they don't have aloof. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Fine by me. Alright, so we're gonna kill Yosef Meager instead. Alright. So we're gonna do Meat Cleaver. We'll do 1 damage on us to do 1 damage on him. Then we're gonna use Mind's Eye to help us with this fight. So we're at 6 against its 3. 6 against 3. We're up by 3. And we get a -1. That kills Joseph Meager, and we can heal 1 horror. So we'll heal 1 horror off her. And he's in the victory display. She still has 1 action left. Last action, we're going to put the puzzle box in. Alright. So, here we are. We're going to move 1 right here, which means this guy deals us some damage. It's not so bad. Oh, I forgot to gain these 3, and he gets +1 because of the lone wolf. So, we need to get these 2 clues, evade, yeah, this guy, oh, this guy's dead, not him. Alright, so, evade and then get to the clues? Yeah, we're going to evade. So, I want to use the Eye of Jinn to get this. Actually, I want to use these 2 to make sure we get this. Actually, we could evade, gain a bonus. He only has 3 evade. So, 1, 2. Okay, I think it's possible if we do this. I still need to use on the second one. I cannot use this on the very last action. So, I may as well use it here to grab this, not that. So, 1, 2. So we're at +1. We're up by 5 to evade him. 0. He's currently evaded, and he's right here. Now, currently evaded right here. Okay, so we're going to get these last 2 clues. Do I want to use Eyes of Jinn and use this for an extra action? No. I mean, could we? My brain is so scrambled right now, it's possible. There's a possibility we can do this. Alright. If I use this and use these 2, I can use this again, be at a 5. When with this, I'd be at 12. No. Let's do it next turn. So we're still going to use this and this. So we're at, this will give us 5. So give us 5. Plus 3, 8. We're up by 4. Get these clues. And we did it. Both of these clues. Alright. The end of all our actions, enemy phase. Noodle Fight's just going to stand there, looking pretty. This guy's going to get back up, and he's going to go over to here. Let's heal hat real quick. Alright, so we get 1-1. Please don't tell me I get my lodge debts. Agnes gets another Peter, and he gets Take Heart. Alright. 1 Doom goes down. Agnes, you get Stars Are Right! She gains 1 card, 1 resource, and she gains a token. I'm so surprised that showed up. I did not expect that. So she gets a free action she can do here, any action. She could just unlit the brazier and then kill. Yeah, we could just unlit the brazier right here, right now. Do we want to unlight it? Or do we want Preston to light it and use it to free kill him? I think we should be able to. So that's 4, 8. We just need to beat a 12. He's going to get... So, be at 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, we're... He can unbraze it himself. So what action does you want? I mean, this is kind of weird because we put him on her. So, does defeated mean he's still down? No, I think it's just exhausted. So we can't defeat him right here. So, I don't want to take an action. And may take an action. So, we're not going to take an action, oddly enough. Alright, and Peter, you get Nether Mist. Where is that thing before? Okay. And it's aloof, but it also has victory. Okay. I'm not... Feels like it says, I want it. Actually, we could, Okay. Weird. Let's just finish this at this point. Ugh. Okay, so... Preston. You're going to go ahead and then light the thing. So spend these two, that's -8. We're going to commit Take Heart, because why not? She's going to put Beloved. Oh, she's going to commit Beloved on that action too. I have Ginge. We'll use Favor of the Moon, so we get +1. Which means we get additional action. I don't want to use Favor of the Sun. So, let's see, how would I do that? So I'll get a -2. So let's get rid of this. So we just basically spend 3 clues. So that's 6. We need to beat 14. I have 1, 2, 3, 8. So that's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, what? Hold up. Let's put this back real quick. Okay, so I need a beat. So I got 4 clues off it. So that's 8. So I need to beat 12. So I get 1, 2, 3 plus Dinge, which is 5. It's only going to increase one of my. Set your base skill value for 5 for this test. But it's using every one. So it's good. This is going to set all my skills. Set your base skill value to 5. It doesn't say 1. It doesn't say all either, but this base skill is going to be a 5. So all my base skills are technically at... Holy shit. Yeah, we'll do Circle of the Moon then. And Beloved. Actually, you don't even need Beloved. So we're at 20. And with Circle of the Moon. So we're at 20. She gave us, let's put Beloved just in case. 23. And we use 3 skills. So 20, 1, 2, got 14. We're up by 9. 0. We can use this, but we gain an extra. Now we just need to kill the Spectral Watcher. I was like, just move here and grab these 2 clues, but I won't be able to grab them all. I don't want to draw cards. I don't want to do much of anything, really. I mean, if we still had that fire axe, we could have killed the mist. But we don't. I'm going to engage this guy. Then I'm going to spend an action to 1, 2, 6 to evade him. +1. He's evaded again, but he's still at the at that place. All right, Agnes. What do we want to do? We need at least one action for the puzzle box. If you can engage and kill another mist one time, we get that extra victory. Or we can tempt fate, kill the mist, tempt fate. So even if we both get 2, we won't pass. Is 1 victory worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. It's worth it. So, first action, we're gonna go engage this thing. Second action, we're gonna shrivel it, and we are at. When you play a spell card, we're not playing it, we're spending a charge. So we get Skull, that's a -2, so that's a 5. We beat it. So we do 2 damage. That's a Skull though. So I take 1 horror, which we'll put on its Fester, and we'll attack the Nether Mist again. So it's at 3. Then we're going to go ahead and hit it for Shriveling again, which spells off by Shriveling. Skull, same thing, we beat it, but we take 1 horror damage. That doesn't, we can't do it again, so it's dead. That's all our actions. Alright. This goes away. Enemy's face, he's just gonna stand here and look pretty like, oh? This guy's gonna get back up and go back to Agnes. Alright, so 1/1. Dark Memory. So, well, we don't have to do it until the end of her turn. You get predestined. Alright, so 1 Doom goes on here. So we're at 6. Agnes, you get Eager for Death. For each damage on, you take 2 horror. And this goes away. Increase the skill for, so that's at 4, we're up by 2. We are going to go ahead and use Meat Cleaver to be up by 3. +1. Doesn't happen. Preston, heal 3 damage from the horror, and moves, engage, and attacks for any. Whoosh, and attacks you for 1 damage and 1 horror. Where's the single damage? Here we go. So he's at 5. He's close to death, but that's fine. Our turn. Puzzle box. Deal 5 damage to the spectral if exhausted. If exhausted. So we need to exhaust him first. I didn't realize that. Oh well. Preston, you get 4. You're going to go ahead. Play. He has alert, doesn't he? Yeah. Play this. and she's going to help him, give him this. We're going to spend all our 4 clues, 4 resources. And I have Ginge, so we're at 5, 4, 10. We're up by 7. That's overkill, but it is what it is, so we did it. Still has 2 actions left, which we're not going to do anything. So we're just going to pass. Just grab 2. There. There's the last 2 actions. Alright, and Agnes is going to play Puzzle Box. 5 damage to the Spectral Watcher, which kills him. Advance! We did it! Holy crap, we did it! Whew! Union! As the blue flame brazier is snuffed out, the energy around the circle dispenses. The shadow wraith around the Watcher's form is released. In the event, creature's true form surrounds the central pillar. R4. Can't believe we did it. Go to R4. Okay. I'm like so shaky. We killed the Spectral Watcher, I believe. There's 8 resolutions on this thing. Alright, here we go.
Resolution 4. Annette approaches, confronting the remnant's ethereal shell. Sister, we are the ones who have called you here from the great beyond. The shattered revenant turns its attention to Annette, and the rest of her coven watch in anticipation. What are you doing, you fool? This spirit is no mere witch, Carl Sanford yells out. But it is too late. Annette ignores Mr. Sanford, continuing to speak with the spectral presence. For years we have suffered injustice after injustice. Share with me your secret, sister. Together as one mind, body, and soul, we can begin anew. The ghost reaches out to her with a long, skeletal arm. Annette's sisters gasp as their high priestess steps forward and kneels before the being, offering herself. With a sudden rush of energy, the phantom soul is drawn inside Annette. She collapses to the ground, reeling from the spiritual impact. Her body writhes in torment, but none of the other witches step forward to help. Instead, watching with equal parts terror and fascination.
Oh, shit.
Finally, Annette rises to her feet, her eyes aglow with mystical power. When she speaks, it is not her voice. Sisters, rejoice, for I am reborn, Keziah says.
It's Keziah! Oh, crap.
Carl Sanford taps you with his cane. You were so transfixed by the events occurring in front of you that you hadn't noticed the lodge members slinking towards the edges of the clearing. One of the lodge's inner circle raises a revolver and attempts to fire, but the high priestess simply glares at him, and his arm withers and rots before your eyes. His gun clatters to the ground, and he makes one final croak before he is nothing but a decayed husk on the ground. We must leave this place at once, Sanford says stoically. This being possesses more power over life and death itself. It will not suffer our presence any longer. Annette, no, Keziah, turns her attention to you, and her eyes brighten. You look familiar, child. Come, come. Do not be afraid. You have nothing to fear from me. She grins wickedly. Her voice is like knives driving into your soul. You hate to admit it, but Sanford is right. You turn and flee with the rest of the lodge, hoping you are fast enough to escape the witch's magic. Your escape is a blur. Witches and spirits chase you relentlessly throughout the Forsaken Woods. You are only barely able to make it back to the shore before they catch up to you. Other members of the lodge are perhaps not so fortunate. Having scattered in many directions, you're not sure how many of them escaped, and you don't see Carl Sanford anywhere, though you suspect he had a plan for this outcome. In your campaign log, record, Annette Mason is possessed by evil. Skip to Resolution 8. Resolution 8. When you finally return to the banks of the Miskatonic River, you take stock of the situation. If an investigator's deck contains the puzzle box card, remove it from that investigator's deck. check the Missing Persons section of your campaign log. If Gavriela is alive, any one investigator may choose to add that Gavriela Mizra asset to his or her deck. She does not count toward that investigator's deck size. Otherwise, next to Gavriela Mizra's profile, record, Gavriela is dead. If Jerome is alive, any one investigator may choose to add the Jerome Davids asset to his or her deck. He does not count toward that investigator's deck size. Otherwise, next to Jerome David's profile, record, Jerome is dead. If Penny is alive, any one investigator may choose to add the Penny White asset to his or her deck. She does not count toward that investigator's deck size. Otherwise, next to Penny White's profile, record, Penny is dead. If Valentino is alive, any one investigator may choose to add the Valentino Rivas asset to his or her deck. He does not count toward that investigator's deck size. Otherwise, next to Valentino Rivas' profile, record, Valentino is missing. Just kidding, record, Valentino is dead. Each investigator earns experience equal to the Victory X value of each card in the Victory display.
Wow. What a revelation. This is the only time in this campaign I actually not only had fun, but the story is actually getting going. So the Spectral Watcher the entire time was Annette Mason, or not Annette Mason, but Keziah, which was also Nahib in one. So yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, we have a crap ton of victory though, so that is good. That's gonna help us next turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Let's read that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we have 7 experience, and I don't have my eraser on this thing. Oh well. Alright, so wow, so I think we just resurrected Keziah from that witch house. That I guess I should have joined with the Silver Twilight. Carl was probably like, oh god damn. But at the same time, he probably had his own little evil thing because, yeah. But yeah, this was fascinating, and the Brazers wasn't so bad. This puzzle box certainly helped us. I mean, we still could have killed the Spectral Watcher manually, but still. We could only have done it once, and the Eye of Din set your base skill to 5 for this test, and it's like, it's adding all my skills, so all my skills would be 5. That's how I see it. And even if I didn't, I still would have been able to do it. So this actually goes back in here. So yeah. We have 2 more left, and it's going to be fairly interesting. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and bye.